We can't think of a game that's improved so much within a week of launch as Death Hall. It went from a promising but ultimately quite frustrating and fiddly experience to one of our favourite mobile platformers of recent times in the space of a 0.1 update. What happened? Well, it's all down to a simple shift in perspective. When we started playing Tom Jansen's hardcore platformer, we were immediately impressed with its hyper-stylized, hellish world and fluid animation. We loved the premise of running the gauntlet through randomized levels and collecting hearts from fallen enemies. The dramatic escalation to suddenly fleeing a giant chompy monster that occurs halfway through the opening level felt inspired. We even liked the scoring system, which finds novel ways of rewarding you for moving fast and punishing you for moving slowly. No arbitrary timers are required to up the ante here. The trouble was, Death Hall's unorthodox portrait perspective held us a little bit at arm's length. Cramming the move left, move right, and jump buttons into the bottom of a portrait-aligned screen might have worked well in Downwell, but there, the flow of play was all vertical. But in a game where the action moves horizontally as well as vertically, it just felt cramped and restrictive. 1 week on, and a major update now allows you to switch to landscape simply by flipping your iPhone on its side. As a result, it feels like Death Hall has taken off a particularly tight pair of trousers and can now breathe. All of a sudden your fingers are a proper distance apart, your hands are comfortable, and you can see more of the spike-filled levels ahead of you. What's more, when you do get to vertically aligned levels, you can just switch back to portrait mode if you fancy it. And when we talk about needing to see more of the level ahead of you, we really mean it. Death Hall is seriously difficult. It's treacherously sloping levels throwing up all manner of cruel and spiky obstructions in your way. There are spikes and creatures and more spikes and clamping jaws and creatures with flails and the Grim Reaper. Lots of them are fairly simple to overcome when you're being careful, but like we said, there's a giant chompy beast lunging at you like a massive angry orca. This gigantic red doom-filled terrier nipping at your heels is what makes this game stressful, and at times punishingly, almost obnoxiously difficult. But you'll keep going back to Death Hall for the lingering sense of secrets uncovered and for its engrossingly fresh nightmare world. But most of all, because it's really fun to play.